Hello, today I want to build a unique puzzle. So I found a wooden puzzle sitting around the house and decided that I would make one out of 3D so that everyone can download and print this 3D puzzle. So this actually comes apart. So you simply grab it. I probably won't be able to get back together as easy on camera, but there is a method to do it. And you simply pull like that and it comes apart. And then of course it falls apart in my hand. Anyway, I can put it back together, but it just takes a couple seconds here. Let me show you with the power of video that I can put this back together in a matter of seconds. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to put this puzzle together. So you get puzzle number 1 right here. This one is going straight up and down. Then you got this one going straight this way, back and forth. Okay, and then this one right here is straight that way. Okay, this one is tucked in to this one. Okay, then we have the second one, which is kind of similar. So this one is this one's facing all the way that way. This one is totally flat here, and then this one right here is going in and out. So we take both of these and we have them configured that way, and then we can fit them together like that. Okay, and then we have them both configured like this, holding like that, and we can take them and insert them like this. Okay, so as I said, this is a little loose, but if you make it tighter, it's not going to go in. So there it is. So let's build this. This is actually a pretty simple design. It's the assembly of it that is complicated. I did find this puzzle on Amazon, and it's called the Shooting Star Puzzle, 3D Brain Puzzle, Teaser Wooden Puzzle. Okay, so we're going to build one piece, this piece right here, and we will design it and print it out 6 times. And you can do this multicolored if you want to. That way you can have, the different colors, and you can figure out how to put it together a little easier. So now I'm going to use Onshape to make this, and this is the 2D drawing of it. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, we can build this from here, and I'm going to take a screenshot myself, and I'm going to paste this onto a second screen. Now we're using Onshape, and we get the free subscription. We can go to Create, Document, and we're going to call this Puzzle 1. All right, so we're just going to pick almost any plane. I'm going to pick the top plane right here so I can hide my front and right. So let's click on front, the little eyeball right here, and let's see, right. We're going to click on that one, hide that one too. So now we're going to get this view normalized to the screen. So we're going to drag this over, and we're going to click on top, and that normalizes it. All right, so now I will start my sketch on this top plane. So click Sketch, click the top, and we are already in the sketch mode now. So let's create a rectangle. So we're going to create a rectangle. We're going to take it off of this origin point. I always like to take it off the origin for the start. All right, and now we can hit D for dimension right up here. So we're going to dimension this. If you get that, just hit escape. D for dimension. Let's go right here. And our print says is 52. And then 25 from here to here. Okay, if it does that, just Control Z it. Hit your D again. There to there. And then 25. Okay. And it adjusted it to it. All right, so now we are going to build this and create a V and another V. So let's create some lines. We're just going to take it. Yeah, I think we want to take it right from the edge here, and we're just going to take it down, and we'll fix this in a second. So then we got that flat. Now we're going to hit L to get our line. Go from here. All right, L, there. It's highlighted. Let's choose that. L down here, L to here. Okay. Let's get L to get out. So as our print shows, we're going to hit D for dimension, go from here to here, and that's 12.5. Same thing here, 12.5. Okay, and then we're going to create the angle here, and this is going to be 90 degrees, and then here to here, another 90. Okay, and then we got a 12.5 from this edge to here. 12.5 from this edge to here. Okay. So I think that is everything in our print. Okay. So green check on this guy. And now what we can do is we can take this and extrude this. So we're going to extrude it. Go over here to extrude. Click on this right here, not these triangles. We don't want them to extrude. We want to extrude only this right here. So we're going to take that 25 millimeters. Doesn't matter which way. We can push it anyway. So if I rotate it, I can flip it with this back and forth. But this is fine. So create. There we are. That's the start of it. All right. So now that we have extruded it through, now we're going to chamfer this edge, and then the opposite side. So let's go to chamfer. Click on that edge, click on that edge. We're going to put in that 12.5 and measurement is tangent equal distance. Okay, let's click this edge and let's rotate it and click that edge right there. So green check to finish that. Okay, we're getting closer. We got some more chamfers to do. So let's go with now we want to create a chamfer on. We want to take out this edge right here and this edge right here and this material here. So now we need to create a plane, or we need to bring back a plane, and that is our right plane. Okay, so that's the plane we're going to be using now. So we could actually hide the top plane. We can click on there and click either Y, or we can go over here to eyeball. So now we're going to create a sketch on this right plane right here. So let's go to sketch. We're clicking on this right plane, and let's go to this left view right here. All right, so now we're going to create a line from here. We're going to remove this material. We're going to create a line here, remove this, line, remove this, and line, remove this. We can actually use the use command. So let's go over here to use or project. So we're going to project this edge, this line right here. We're going to project this one, and we're going to use these for our lines. So let's go with click on line here. Now we're going to click from this point right here all the way to here. Click on that one straight down to that guy, this guy. Click here all the way to there. We're snapping them here to here. Okay, so we created basically a diamond, or it's a square, but it's rotated. All right, so now we're going to click this green check. Now we're going to go over to extrude. Click on extrude, new solid, and we're clicking on these faces right here. Not that, not this. We actually want we want this triangle only. So let's hit our tilde key. And it's not gonna let me. So let's we're going to build the rest of this. Okay, let's cancel this extrude. We're gonna go back into sketch, double click. Let's flatten this. Let's create a square. So it says corner rectangle. Click on that, click here, click here. So I want it to snap to that right there. Why is it not snapping? I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to try to go from, it's not going to let me do it from that edge. See, it's not seeing these edges. I'm going to create corner rectangle. I'm going to go from this point right here all the way up here to that point right there. Okay, so it finishes the square. Let's see, and look at that. That's not good. So we want it to be exact. So here's what I can do to fix that is I'm going to click on, first I'm going to get out of the rectangle. I'm going to click on this line. I'm going to click on this line, and I'm going to go to coincident. So it moves it to that point right there. Okay. Now, if you wanted to make that easier, I'll Control Z this and I'll undo that. Control Z again. And here's how I should do it properly. So let me go over to this use. I'm going to project this line right here. Project it. Okay, so now it is projected. And I should be able to, actually I should be able to project all of these, but I'm just going to do that one projection. Click on this rectangle again. Click on this dot. Click on that dot. And it builds the rectangle perfectly for us. Okay, green check. Now I'm going to extrude those triangles. Extrude this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. All right, let's do a rotation. Let's see what it's doing. It's trying to subtract out at this moment. I don't want it to do that. I just want it to create solid, new, and I want to take this 52 millimeters long. Okay, green check. So now it looks kind of messy and looks confusing, but it's part 1 is our main part, and then here's the rest of them. So what we'll do is we'll do a boolean. Spacebar to get out all that. So go to boolean. We're going to go to subtract. We're going to go to targets. Our target is number 1, part 1. Our tools are all the parts after part 1. So tools, click on tools. We can either individually click these, or we can go down here and click the first one. I'll hold shift while I'm clicking it, and then I'll click the 5th one. So that was part 2, 3, 4, and 5. Green check. And there is our spacebar to get back there. And there's our part. Okay. So now if we want to add some chamfers to this, the inner edges, we can do that now. We can add, this is actually pretty pointy. So we want to kind of clean the edge off a little bit. So either chamfers or a radius would be nice. Not that big, definitely. So we want to go with like maybe a 0.25. Let's see what 0.25 looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll have to create these chamfers, each side, because if I try to do 2 sides at once, it has an error. So this side to this side, we change it to this side. It's not even let me. Why not? It shouldn't have done that. So try it again. We're going to go here, here, here. See, it's giving us an error. Whenever you see that red, it's an error. Let me uncheck that guy. Now we're back to normal. Let me undo this guy. Let me put in this one again. So I got the 2 highlighted oranges. I'm going to green check. That creates the chamfer on those 2. Another time. We'll chamfer this edge. Chamfer this edge. Now we can do this edge because they're not connecting and not changing. And they're not changing at this point right here. So now if you want to put a little chamfer on the back edges, we could do that too. Just to prevent them from being, super sharp. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, it complained. So the red, let me hold shift down to unselect that. Green check to allow for those. Okay. So there is our piece. Let me hit Y to get rid of, to hide that. So that hides that piece right there. So this is our first piece, and our first piece looks, like that. So now I'm going to show you how to export this out and put it into your slicing software. So let's go, let's right click on this part 1. We're going to go to export. Okay, and we're going to change this to STL. And we're going to type in puzzle 1 and export. So it's going to do a download, send it to my downloads, and then I can open up my slicing software and put that in there. So let me go to my slicing software now. And I grabbed it from my downloads, threw it into here. Let's take a look at what it's doing. Now it's trying to print on that on that point right there. That's not going to do us good. So let's click on there. Okay, so now we're going to do a lay on face, F. Click that guy right there, click this edge right here, and let's click out a side of there. So that should print just fine as it is. And what I can do now is I want to print 6 copies of this. So let's click this once. Go to hit Control C, Control V 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's Control V 5 times. And then we can hit this arrange all objects, arrange, and there's our 6 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and general settings, I have 2 wall loops, 2 layers. You can change this to however you want. If you want to do more infill, less infill, it all prints the same. Usually this will print just fine. And this will take 51 minutes, basically 52 minutes, and this will cost me 38 cents in material. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys can build this puzzle. If you can't and have difficulty, I can maybe create a better video on how to put this puzzle together. So thanks for watching.